everybody, my name is Askaroff and today I'm going to show you something really rare. It looks very similar to the standard Willcox Gibbs that I wrote the book on when I did my Pioneer series for Amazon, but this is the SE range and it's a very different beast. If you look closely, you'll see the very small foot on the normal Willcox Gibbs, and if you look at this foot on here, you'll see it's absolutely enormous and very high clearance, and that's because this machine was made mainly for the hat industry. And I've just bolted it to this kitchen board just to demonstrate it working, to show it in action. But what happened was, you've got the glass tensioner. 1875 you've got the automatic tensioner. 1881 you've got the first of the 200 series hat making machines, what they call the visible stitch straw machine. That's 1881, and that's also referred to as the S-type. And then you have the SE, which is basically the same as the S-type, and that has, the S-type has this very small free arm plate, and the SE has the little flat plate, and they're rare now because the hat industry basically collapsed when I was a kid. It was at a peak just before the First World War, and it was collapsing in the 50s and the 60s, and then this came from a Northampton hat factory, and it had been seized up and left for years, and I've resurrected it. I just wanted to show you in action. And it does again the basic chain stitch, but what it does is a much larger stitch, and it has an adjustable on the inside. Here is a little adjuster and a sliding lever, and it goes from medium stitch to very large, so very much bigger stitch than the normal Willcox Gibbs. And of course you can use it in the factories. They would have it bolted onto the table that way round, or they would have it, someone would be sitting down, or they have someone standing up operating it. It just changed depending. And of course a lot of them were doing plaiting, so they would put the plaiting through, and it just took whatever, because of this high clearance, it just took whatever straight through it. And I just thought you might like to see that in action, because you'll probably never come across another one. Normally it would run from, the thread would be from a cotton stand on the industrial, what they call a cop stand, but if you've got a small reel of thread like here, you just bang it on the little peg there. Obviously if you're going on to thicker work, you need to up, you know, like plaiting, you need to change your tension up a little bit, because it's going to be loose underneath. So make sure if you change any thickness, or with all machines, adjust the tension. This one is particularly delicate. Half a turn is the difference between perfect and loose, or perfect and too tight. But it's mesmerizing how this thing just goes. You could just watch this all day, couldn't you? It sounds so lovely. Definitely a happy little bunny.